Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial by Nocode Africa. In this tutorial, you're going to be learning how to build a crypto trading platform. All right, so this is going to be one of the most exciting tutorials that you will be learning about using FlutterFlow to build a web application. You're going to go through all the different steps and processes required to build a crypto trading platform. I believe that you're super excited about this already because it's going to be a bomb, really. I'm going to be walking you through, these screens. Basically, we have like just 4 screens. This particular screen is, made available by a product designer on the Figma community, which is where I normally get my designs, my free designs to use on my tutorials here. So full credit goes to Codeep, who actually made this particular design for the crypto trading platform and Web3. All right. So we're going to be using this template to design our application, and we're going to be using this particular platform called FlutterFlow. We're going to be using the powerful engine of FlutterFlow to build this web application. So for a long time now, I have been teaching mostly how to build mobile applications without writing codes. I have built a whole lot of applications, on the YouTube channel. So I just decided that, okay, it's time for us to start a series, like a lot of series that involves, building web applications using FlutterFlow, because most persons have web application projects, not mobile application projects. And so that's why I'm starting this series, and we're going to be going on a very long ride to build these the crypto trading platform. And I believe that you are super excited to always be on the IllSpace YouTube channel, where I put up tutorials from Nocode Africa. All right, so just remember to click on the subscribe button if at all you love what we're doing here, and of course like this video. Okay, so let's get right into it. This is the design, and for us to build this particular stuff, this is going to be a beginner friendly tutorial. So don't worry if at all this is like your very first time being here. Don't be too worried about not being able to catch up, because I'm going to make it very simple. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to try to replicate this particular dashboard. We're starting with the front end. We're going to try to replicate this dashboard in FlutterFlow. So it's going to be quite easy. We're going to just click on this. If you click on this, you're going to see some sort of the layout sizes. So we have 1440 and 1024. If you come here to FlutterFlow, the first thing that you need to do is click on create new. But if at all you don't have an account already, and this is like your very first time using FlutterFlow, you can just come here and then click start for free. And then you create an account. When you create an account, you will have a dashboard like mine, and then you will be able to see a button that says create new. So I'm going to click on create new, and then I'm going to give this my project a name. So it's going to be crypto trading Web3. All right, so then I can go ahead and just click on create blank. All right, now I click on create blank. It's going to produce this particular result right now. We're not going to do a whole lot of things here at this point. We're not setting up any backend requirements, so no need to try to connect Firebase. So we would just maybe just turn it off and say start building. Now this is how the FlutterFlow dashboard shows if at all you are trying to build a mobile application. But this same canvas, let me call it a canvas, is also where you will be able to build your web application. I know that you might be surprised, might be like, oh, I thought it's going to be a different interface. Actually, it's not. It's going to be the same interface. So this is where you alter the size of the canvas, the size of this layout that you use in building your project. Now let's go ahead and just click on here. So if you click on here, you see that it changes, the canvas changes, and if you can see here, the size is now 1440 by 900, 1440 being the width and then 900 being the height. And then if at all we go back to our project said 1440 by 1024. So we can just go ahead and come here, click on it and say 1024. That's it. So that way it's a bit longer. Okay. So now we're just going to, let me close this so we can be closer to this design. All right, we're going to go ahead and just start building this ASAP. Now, what do we need to do right now? What do we need to do? We're just going to first of all just work on the, what is it called? We're going to just work on the UI. Then later on, we will try to see how we can work on the backend. Okay. So now what we're going to do here is going to be real simple and fast. Let's first of all set a tone to the background. All right, so if I go ahead and just click on this, I will see that the background, this is the background color. So I'll just copy the background color, and then I will come back here to FlutterFlow, and this is the title, the app bar, right? I don't really need that app bar, so I'm going to delete it. All right, don't forget, this is where you see your widget tree and the entire makeup of your page. This being the scaffold, the one you cannot delete. Okay, so now I want to make sure that my background color, all right, because I had to click on the scaffold here. My background color is this one, so totally black. Beautiful. Now we have that. What else do we need to do? We need to go ahead and look at how the layout of this dashboard looks like. Okay, so we're gonna be checking out how it looks like, and then from there we can, you know, see what to do. Now here is the interesting thing about this dashboard. This dashboard has some sort of a different section for the site navigation, and then it has this sort of big side for every other thing. Okay, so we are going to, you know, try to see how we can, you know, create this particular, you know, display just the way it is. So what we're gonna do first of all is this entire section, of course, is like this is a row, like the whole of this is a row inside one long column, because everything is stacked from top to bottom. So yeah, this is a row because it contains this particular one, and then it also contains this particular one. Okay, so that's like what I want you to pay attention to. So this is a row that contains this column and then this column. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna come here. This is a column already, so I'm gonna add a row. Okay, I'm adding a row, and then the row is going to contain I can just put a container first. This is the container, all right, and this container is gonna be this one. So it's going to be, the width is 260 and then the height is 1024. So we can just come here and say 260. All right, this is where on the right hand side is where you change the properties of your widget, and then the height here we can just click and say infinite. Okay, well, it breaks. It tells us that that would have caused a breaking crash. Now the reason is because we have to go ahead and say expansion. All right, so to allow for flexibility, then we can just go ahead and click here. Okay, for some reason that still isn't working. I think it's because of the fact that we are putting it on a row. So we're gonna just go ahead and fix the height right away. So 1024. Cool. So this is our height, and it's not white color. It has its own color here. It's like black, but this is the color, and it has 40% transparency or opacity. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just paste that here. Then I'm gonna come here and adjust the opacity. Let me see, where do we have that? Okay, so I'm gonna come here and change it to 40. Okay, all right, so this is it. If you observe, this is different from this one. Now what we need to do next is we're gonna start putting the components here. All right, and then we start putting the components here. So let's go ahead and start with what we have here. So I'm gonna click on this. I had to double click to access the logo here. The logo size is 144 by 34. Okay, we're going to come over here to this container, and just because of the fact that things are stacked from top to bottom, it means we're going to go ahead and put a column inside this container. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click this and put a container. All right, this is the button I click, add a child to the widget, and then inside here I'm going to add an image. The image is going to be what is going to allow us to bring up the logo. So, and the dimension is 144 by 34. So I'll just go ahead and click here and say 144 by 34. All right, now 144 by 34, and let's go ahead and look at some things here. So if I click on the Option key on my Mac, it's gonna show me the padding from the top, so 35 and 30 on the side. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say here, this is gonna be 35 and 30 by the side. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and download this particular image. That's the image of the logo. Actually export it. So I'm going to click here to export it. I can leave it as 1x. I can also say 2x. Then I'll just export the frame. Now when I export the frame, well, it's going to come here to get into my system like this. I'm going to go ahead and just click to open it, and it's down here. I'm going to double tap on this. It opens, then I click, and then I have this design here. It says frame 48100 something. So I'm going to go ahead and just come back to my FlutterFlow, scroll down on the right hand side where we have the property section, change this thing from image type, that is network, to asset, so that we can upload the image type, manually. So I'm going to click on this upload image. It's going to bring me to my system, and I'm going to say frame 48100, and then I will see this particular stuff. Then I'll click to open it, wait for a few seconds, and then I will have it here. Beautiful. Now the next thing that I need to do, well, I think that didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. Actually, this is the logo, 144 by 34. So let me come here and say 144 by 34. All right, so now, but why is this like this? Let me click on the container. 260. All right, the width is 260, but for some reason it doesn't look like it. Let me see here. Here it looks a bit different. Okay, 30 on the side. Okay, 30 on the side, 35 from top. Okay, it looks a bit different actually. So this 144, because it's not filling here the way it's filling there. Okay, I think it's because of the fact that I give a padding here. I shouldn't be giving this padding here, because for some reason it already has a padding. Okay, it's actually not like a padding, it's centralized. All right, so let's go ahead and fix this. So I can go ahead and just click on this to push this there. Then I can give it that padding. Yeah, this way it now looks correct. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is put up these particular buttons, and this is going to be a bit tricky for us, because we might not have access to these particular icons here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is okay, so this is, all of this is black, and then the component is okay. So let me tap on this. Let me tap on this and drag it out. Can I see it? The fill is just white, and the content, okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is just put a black container, like a black circle here, and then be putting for all of them. Okay, all right, I think we can do that for all of them. So when you click on it, it shows there. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna try to tackle this in a very simple but exciting way. Now what I was thinking about is when the user taps on, clicks on these and moves to these, this particular background is going to move to this one. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about. So we're going to work on it. Let me just go ahead and click on, I'm going to click on this. I'll just tap on it. All right, so we have this. Let's come over here to see. These are the colors. So these are the colors. I'm gonna try to see how we can get the exact thing. Okay, so these are the colors. Wait a minute. All right, selection of colors. This one, angular. Okay, so I would just pick the colors here. All right, so this is the green. Okay, so let's double click on this again. So this says 181 by 48. Okay, so we're going to come over here and click on the column to add a container. All right, the container's width is going to be 181, and I think it was 48, so we will say 48. Let me come back here and check. Yeah, by 48, and then it has a border radius of 25. If you see here, this is the border radius. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put here the border radius of 25. Was it 25 or 35? 25. Now it's only showing border radius on one side. We don't want it on just one side. We want it to be all around, right? So 25, and it goes like this. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit so we can see what we're doing. And then we have a border color. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and paste this color here. And border width, we're gonna set it as I think 3. All right, so now we have these. So the next thing we need to do real quick is we're going to go ahead and add this container inside the main container we just did, right? So but before we do that, if you observe, this is in the same row with this, so that means we have to go ahead and add a row first inside this container. So I'm gonna click here and add a row. Inside the row, I'm gonna add a container. I'm gonna say the containers has to be circular, and I'm gonna come over here. The container's diameter is 38. So I'm gonna come to where we have here and change it to 38. There you go. And the color is gonna be this one, so I copy it and I come over here and I'm gonna paste it in the secondary, the fill color. So that's it, it's pasted. And there's a small spacing here, if you can see. There's a small spacing here. Let me just go ahead and zoom this all in. There's a small spacing here. This spacing is, that's what we have here, so it's just quite small. I don't know, it's not showing me the entire thing. It's showing me 4, so this is might be like 3, so I'm gonna just give a padding of 3 here. All right, so I can go ahead and try to zoom in even more so you can see it. Okay, so like this, we're good. Now the next thing I need to do real quick is to put on this text. All right, so the text here says dashboard. I don't have this font, it says Louvga Light. So but this is the font, it says dashboard, and the dimension, the size of the font is 16 and medium. So I can come over here, click on the row, click to add a text, and then I can say dashboard, then it's 16, right? The font size is going to be 16, and here is going to be medium. All right, that's it. So we have these now, and I can come back here, look at the padding from the left, it's 8, then I can add it to here, and there you go. So now we have this, and the next thing we need to do real quick is this one. Okay, so we're gonna have this particular thing. Let me see, it's going to be called let me try to export this so we can have it. So I'm gonna come here, and then I'm just gonna export the menu. So it's coming in as a zip file again. So we click to open the file here, and then we double click to open it, go to dashboard, view sacs, linear. Wow, we have a lot of things to click. So menu.svg. okay, so this is menu.svg, and we just come back here. So we come here, and we will, in this container now, we're gonna add like a column inside it so that we can add an image, and then that image is going to be 22 by 22. All right, I hope you're following. So this is gonna be 22 by 22, and we're gonna come here and change this image type from network to asset, and then we will click on here to upload the image, and then we come here and say menu.svg. All right, so we get it here and pick it up and put it here. So we wait for a few seconds, and it has to appear here so we can see it on our design. I'm waiting for it. There you go. So I'm gonna click on the column so I can go ahead and say okay, for some reason why this is already okay, I'm gonna click on this one to centralize it. All right, so we're good with that design. Have you seen how easy that was? And the next thing we need to do is we're going to go ahead and give some padding to this. This is going to have a padding of 30 as well. So what I would rather do is, instead of giving each and every one of them a padding on the left, I'm going to come here and remove this padding that is 30, click on the column, and give the entire column a padding of 30 to push everything on the left hand side. to the right by value of 30. So I'm clicking on this container now because I want to be able to push it down. So I'm gonna do like this. So it says 68, but this is not exactly the position that I'm looking at. All right, because it's supposed to be at this one. So, but some reason, okay, let me pick here and use from here. So this says 81. So yeah, that's the perfect way to do it. That means the padding from the top here is gonna be 81. There you go, guys. We are good. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is going to be the second button. This is gonna be what we just need to download is this one. In fact, let's do it one by one. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this container, Command D, all right? And that's what we created here, this button. And the next thing is going to be to check the padding that separates them. So this is gonna be like 26. So what we have is going to be like 26 here. So I'm changing this to 26. Good. Then I can go ahead and duplicate as many as possible. How many do we have here? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have already done 4. Let's go again. 5, 6, and 7. All right, so this way we have like enough buttons for the side navigation. And what we just need to do right now is we're going to just go ahead and click on this particular elements inside here. So I'm going to download these. I'm going to export it, and I'll just say export, and I will do them one by one, no hurry. And then I'll click on here and click on here, go to view sacs, linear, activity.png. So now if I come back here, I will just this is going to be, I think it's activity, right? So let's just say activity. Then here, this one is going to be let's see, let's click here and say activity.png. All right, so that's it. I think it's gonna be this one. Yeah, so we click on that and we will have these. So we will do that for here. Okay, this was portfolio, not activity. So I'm gonna click on this to centralize it. So I don't know, for some reason this is not very sharp. Yeah, this is actually not very sharp. Let me see, this is 22 by 22, this is 22 by 22. I don't know why this is not as sharp as the rest. So for some reason this is not sharp. We will try to fix that. I think it's because of how I downloaded. Let's go ahead and just download. Okay, it's not allowing me do that. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So 2x and just export it again. I'm gonna try to I think this is going to now be okay, still activity.png. Okay, so let's go ahead and come back here and change this. Okay, so activity.png. Okay, so we have a couple of them. Okay, this one is more blurry, this one is a bit better, this one is not it. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on these to upload it, and let's see how it looks. I think it should look better. It should look better. So here is gonna be portfolio. Yeah, so we can use that. This is gonna be portfolio. Yeah, portfolio. And then this is going to be the next one. This is gonna be the next object we're going to be exporting. So export trade, and let's click here to open it and see how it looks like. This is gonna be called trade.png. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and say trade. What was that? It was trading, actually. This is gonna be trading. All right, this is gonna be trading, and this is gonna be let's click here and search for export. Trade. It was trade.png. Yeah, so we pick here and upload it. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is watch list. This one has an eye. Yeah, let's just go ahead and use everything the way we used. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select this. For some reason it's not selecting. What does it want me to do now? Okay, what is happening to the eye? I wanted to just like, increase the, I don't know why it's not allowing me. Anyways, okay, so I'll go ahead and just export the eye and click here, open here, and then just get the eye. So here is going to be eye.svg. Okay, so I'm going to come back here and click here and search for eye.svg, and then this is it. There you go. So let's see how it looks like. And then we have the eye.svg. Okay, that works. And then here, this is going to be, this was a watch list. Okay, so this is gonna be, no, not that one, this one. This is gonna be watch list. Okay, then for this one, we're going to go ahead and say academy. So let's click here to export, and then okay, so for some reason, no, this one, yep. Okay, so we have this, we just increased by 2x. Export book. So I've clicked to export it. Okay, so it's exporting. This is academy, so I'm gonna double click, open it, book.png. Okay, so I'll come here, change it to academy, and then click here and change this to book. All right, book.png. Okay, so I hope that you're enjoying this tutorial so far. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please like this video. This is one of the ways that you encourage me to keep creating these tutorials for your learning. All right. Okay, thank you very much. So here is going to be profile, and well, for this one, no, let's just follow everything the way we did it. So let's come here and change it to 2x and export it. This is gonna be user, but here it says profile, so this is gonna be most likely user.png. Okay, so but here we have profile. Let's just come here and say profile, and then here we can say this last one is what? This is wallet, so let's just say wallet. And then here it's gonna be user, so I'm gonna search for user.png and put it up there, and that's it. So then the next thing we need to do is going to be the wallet. So I'm gonna click here to export it and change it to 2x and exports the wallet. And so we're almost done with this particular part. And I'm gonna click on here, click on dashboard, view sacks, open up, and then okay, this says wallet -2. So I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna click here, click to upload, and search for wallet -2, then upload it, and there you go. So with this, now we have successfully finished building the site navigation. Now the remaining thing is that we're going to set conditional statements to display these, the backgrounds and the border and everything, and of course determine which one is going to be white. This one is going to be white when there is no background. All right, I mean the text here is going to be white when there is no background. Okay, yeah, so we will do this eventually. Okay, so we're done with that site. We will set up this remaining part towards the end. We will go ahead and then work on these particular ones. So let's do these, and then we will set up these as well. So let's come over here to this part of our dashboard. So this has a top nav again. All right, so this one has a top nav. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make it such that this is going to be a row, or we can say a row, we can make it a container, anyone. But let's go ahead and just build it first. So here I'm clicking on the main row, and then I'm adding another thing here. I'm adding a column, right? So I'm going to add a column here on the side, and inside this column I'm going to add a row. All right, and then inside this row I'm going to start putting these things inside. So here is a text that says this is basically a column because this is a text above and this one here. So this one says dashboard. I think it's 32 by 32 and is regular. So I'm gonna click here. That's the main row. The row that is inside here is a long one. So I'm gonna now add a column, and the column is going to have a text that says dashboard, and it's going to be normal, which is regular, and this is going to be 22, right? Is it 22 or 32? 32. All right, so this is going to be 32, and it's going to be secondary color. And then the next thing we need to do is I'm just going to duplicate this by saying Command D or Control D, and then I'm going to copy this. It says updated on okay, so I can come over here. Let me see. Yeah, updated on 23rd May 2023. So I'm going to click to get this color here, updated on 23rd May. So I'm going to change this to updated on 23rd May 2023, and I'm going to put the color here. Let's go. And I'm going to check the font size. It's 12 and light italics, so it's going to be 12 here, and it's going to be italics. Yeah, so we can just say light. Then I'll click on the column and put it this particular alignment. That's it. So I can click here to check out the padding. It's not showing me the main thing. All right, so I can't really tell what the padding is, so I'm going to put it as 8. I'm going to click here and put the padding as 8 here. All right, so you might be wondering, why is this just here on the bottom here? So it's because our main row here, all right? So let me click to show you up. Our main row here, all right, needs to go up. So I'm going to click this to push it up like that. So that's why it's now showing up at that point. And what we need to do next is to, add up every single thing that we need to add up. So if I click on this and, okay, not that. Let's say column, row. Okay, so all right, so I think we'll just build up first to work on that. So I'm going to zoom in a bit, and here I'm going to add this particular field here, like what we have here. So I'm going to click to copy this. Okay, copy this. The dimension is 264 by 50. So I'm going to click on this to add a container. 264 by 50. I think the border radius is going to be 25. We will confirm. The secondary background color is this. All right, so we do that. Border radius is 34 actually. Okay, so we change this to 34, and here we're going to put this big circle, 42 by 42. Let's copy the color, and that means inside this container we're going to add a row. Okay, and then in the row we're going to add a container, all right, and say circle, and then we say 42. All right, yeah, I think it's 42, and it has some padding from the left. Okay, so we're going to say here 4, and we're going to go ahead and paste the color. Okay, and the next thing we need to do is add this icon here. So I'm going to click this. We're going to just export it. It's not a, okay, so I'm going to click this to export it and make it 2x, export search normal. Okay, so and the size is going to be size of the icon. I'm trying to get the size of this icon. 42 is the main stuff. This one is not showing its dimension. It's not showing its my dimension easily. Okay, so let's go ahead and just let's come here. Let me just open these and let's just get it over with for this one. So let's go ahead and check the name of this. So search hyphen normal. Okay, so this is 22 by 22. Okay, good. So this container is going to be like the icon. So I'm gonna put a column inside here, and then inside the column I'm gonna put an image. The image is going to be 22 by 22. All right, and then I'm gonna come here, change these from network to assets, and what was that thing called again? So search hyphen normal. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here and say search hyphen normal. Yeah, so like that, and then we bring it up here. Now once it shows, we're going to go ahead and then centralize it, like put it at the center. I'm gonna click here. We did not allow it to load, so I'm gonna just do like this. Okay, yeah, this works now. Perfecto. So now the next thing we need to do is this text that is 12 and light italics, and it says set your coin. Let's copy this. We're gonna click on the row and add a text and say set your coins. Set your coins, and it's going to be 12 light italics, and it's gonna have this color. Okay, so we're gonna now look at the padding here. It's 12 from the left, so we'll come over here and put the padding. All right, so I think that's about it, and what we need to do next is try to find a way to, let me tap on this and do this. So it says 465. So the padding from here to here is 465. So I'm going to click on this column and say 465. All right. So then like that, we have these arrangement. Okay. The next thing we just need to do is to add these this particular setup here. And we're just going to go ahead, click here and click here for this cycle. I'm going to copy this cycle. It's 50 by 50. And I'm gonna click on the row, click on here, add a container. It's going to be a circular container. It's gonna be 50. The fill color is gonna be this, and then I'm going to add a column inside that container so that I can put an image, which is going to be this one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'm gonna put this time around, I'm gonna put I'm not going to put exactly what we have there. I'm going to put 22. What I'm going to take out is going to be, I'm going to take out this. I'm going to put an icon instead. And that icon is going to be bell, or let's say bell, notification bell. So I'm going to pick this one. All right. Yes. The reason is because later on I want to be able to manipulate that icon. All right. And, make it have the color that I want and all of that. So I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna say put at the center here. That's it. So let's give some padding here. It says 20. I'm gonna click on this container and give it some padding of 20. Perfect. And then now that we have done that, what we need to do next is going to be this image. Image is 50 by 50. It's a circle image. So I'm going to click on the row, and I'm going to add a circle image here, and I think it was 50. All right. Yes. So circle image is 50. And then we have a text here that says Alexim 12. So Alexim is 16 and regular. Okay. So we're going to click on these, add a text that says Alexim, and then it's going to be secondary background color or 16, and I think that's about it. So regular. Okay, so we have that, and padding here is 12. So we're going to come over here and say 12, and beside it is going to be just around it actually. So let's go ahead and add an icon here, like let's say an icon. The icon is going to be this downward arrow that has a padding of 8. So let's click here and say arrow, and the arrow is going to be like downward arrow. So let's look for an arrow that is looking downward, this one. Okay, and the color is going to be secondary background, and the padding on the left is going to be 8. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we've done. So this works, and let's just give a padding for this one. This one is 10. This is going to be 10. We can go ahead and just quickly download this photo just so that we can have something similar to what we have in the design. So 2x exported. Go to here, double tap. It says ellipse 3210. So I can come over here and change this from network to asset, and then I will search for ellipse. I think it's like double L, 3 2 1 2. Yeah, so I'll click on this and upload it. And then if you look at it, we have been able to create something very similar to what we have on the Figma board. So meanwhile, we're going to continue building. I'm going to click on this row and look at the padding on the top here, which says 20. So I can add it to this particular row, 20 here, to push it down a bit. And then I will also come here and see this padding here. There's some padding here. It says 30. So I'm going to click on this one and give it some padding. Okay, no, I'm going to click on the entire column. All right, and give it some padding 30. That's it there. Okay, so guys, I hope that you're learning a whole lot from this, and let's keep grinding. So here, this one is going to be another path. It's just going to be a row in the big column that stacks all of these together. So today's prices by market cap. So I'm going to copy this, and we're going to have I'm going to click on this row, click on the column, add a row to that column, and I'm going to say text, and today's today's prices by market cap. And I'm gonna come over here and paste the color, and the font size is 16 by light italics, so these, and light italics 16. Okay, so then I'll click on the column itself, and I will do this particular kind of alignment to push it here. But now I need to go ahead and push my row down a bit by some value. So it's 50. So I'm going to click on this and add a padding of 50 to the row that contains this my text. So here it is, properly arranged. Now let's go ahead and then do this one. Right? If we do one of this, we've done this one. Okay. So we would just like duplicate it. Now let's go ahead and start with the fact that we need to create this container that says 551 by 276. All right, and so we will come over here to the column, and since they are in a row, this and this is in a row, so we add a row first, so but in the column. So I'm gonna click here, add a row, and I'll come back here and look at it, 551 by 276. So I'm gonna click here and say container 551 by 276, and I'm going to, did I copy the color? No, I did not. Where is the color? So we have a lot of colors here. I don't really know which one it is, so I am gonna go for this one. No, this one. I'm gonna go for this one. I think it's gonna be this one. So I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna just paste this here. All right, I think that, no, that doesn't work. This is okay, so I think this one, let me copy this one, and yeah, I think that one works. So let's look at the border color. So the border radius, it's telling me that it's mixed. So let me click it again. It says here 34, so there you go. Yeah, so this is going to be a border radius of 34. Good. And here we're gonna say let's go ahead and click over here. This is gonna be an image that is fire, so let's go ahead and export that image. Come here and say 2x, export it. This should be fire.png. So I'm gonna click here, double tap into it, and oh, how will I write this? Okay, so I'm just gonna copy it really. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is 26 by 40. So I'm gonna come over here. If you observe, these things are stacked on top of themselves. So there's gonna be a big column first inside this container. So I'm putting a column, and then these ones are in a row. So we're going to have to add a row in there. So then I'm gonna go ahead and add an image that is going to be 26 by 40. And I'm gonna change this here to 26 by 40. Then I will come over here and change it from network to asset, then click here and then paste my file, then click here and upload it. All right, so you see, while you're even creating this, you're somehow memorizing things. So let me come over here and just check the padding here. So it's 16 and maybe 16 here in the top too. So let's go ahead and click on the column and say 16 here and 16 here, and I think it should be 16 here as well, and even the bottom to 16. So good. Now let's click on this row and then add the text. It says trending. It's 22 by 22, and it's regular. So but it's trending. This is gonna be secondary background color. This is gonna be 22. Okay, and it's regular. All right, that's okay. So let's go ahead and check out the padding on the left. Is gonna be 12. So let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so what we have here on the left is going to be 12. Okay, then I think we're good. Let's click on these and do like this. All right, yeah, so this can show properly. Okay, so we have this, and this is gonna be see all, and it's green. So let's copy this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna group these two guys. If you observe, these two guys are grouped, and then this one is separate. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm going to right click on this and say wrap the widget in a row, and then I'll copy this. I'll just cut it out, click on this row that contains this particular image. Okay, and then I will paste this here. All right, that way. Then I'll click on these and just add let me just copy this and click on this row and paste it. Then I will say spread the text around like this. Okay, you see what I just did? And then this one is supposed to be see all. So see all, and it's going to be a green text, and it's 14 and medium. So let's come over here and change it to 14 and medium, and color is green. Okay, so that's it. So we have this, and let's click this and give some padding from the top, 20. So that means this container, the row, has a padding of 20 from the top. Okay, so now I can go ahead and just work on this remaining part. So let's go ahead and put a container that is 519 by 56. So I'm gonna click on the column, put a container 519 by 56. I think it's gonna be 34 as well. Yep. And okay, it's actually 30. I'm gonna copy this color, and so let's change this to 30. The fill color is this one, and inside this is gonna be a row. Okay, and then we're gonna have a text, then an icon. That's it. So let's download this Tetara's icon. All right, so it's not changing, so I'm gonna just export the Theta. So let's come over here. I think it's just gonna be called Theta. Yeah, Theta. So this is 1. All right, and the padding is 14. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna click on here and say text. Then I'll say 1. The padding is I can't remember what I saw there. Padding is 10. Okay, and it's white, and it's 16. Okay, so let's change this to 16, change this to secondary background, and yeah, it was regular. Then we can go ahead and click on the row, and then in the row we're going to go ahead and click on, let's see, I'm gonna click to add an image. The image is going to be this one, so 20 by 17.4. So I'm gonna say 20 by 17.4, and it's going to be network to assets, and I'm clicking here to search for Theta. All right, so I'm gonna click and upload this, wait for a few seconds, and it's uploaded. Then the padding here is 12. Then I'm gonna put my Theta. All right, Theta is 16. Here is gonna be 12. All right, then I'm going to add my text. Let's just copy this one, Command C, and paste it. And I'm gonna say theta. Theta is gonna be 16, right? Yeah, it's 16. And then I have this one that says USDT. Let me copy the color. It's 12. And the padding on the left is 4. So let's click here and add the text. Padding on the left is 4. It says here USDT, and it is 12, and the color is what I copied. All right, so this is it. Okay, we're good. And the next thing is going to be this particular percentage. So all of these things are supposed to be together so that we can, use the same system we did here. So I'm going to click on these and right click and say wrap the widget in a row. Click this, cut it out, click on this one, find the row and paste it in. Click this, cut it out, click this, paste it in the row, click this, cut it out by saying Command X and paste it here. And then I can just go ahead and copy this one, click on the row and paste it. Then I give it this particular alignment, and I'm going to look for the padding. The padding here is going to be 14. The padding here is going to be 14, and it's going to be plus 0.4%. So I'm going to say plus 0.40%. All right, so there you go. I think the green here is different from the green here. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to come over here and paste this particular green. All right, so that way we have these. All right, so I'm going to click on this container, and I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate it. All right, so we're going to have a padding of 8 in between. So I'm going to click this, and say 8. All right, and I'm going to do another one. That's it. So this one is going to be 2. All right, 2, and this one is going to be 3. All right, so we can go ahead and download all of these and that, but don't forget these things will come from the back end, so we can also just choose not to bother ourselves so much about these arrangement, but we will come back to it, trust me. Okay, so these and these is 20, and I'm gonna click on this container and give it some padding of 20 here. All right, so there you go. Now we have this, and this one says recently added. So it's the same kind of arrangement, really. It's just that, yeah, it's the same kind of arrangement, just that this one is white. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the whole of these and duplicate it. So by saying Command D, the padding on the padding is basically going to be 18, and here I'm gonna have 18, and then this is going to be recently added. Let's download this image real quick. Let's export it. Let's click here and download it. Let's come here and just keep opening it. Group 48101. Okay, so let's come here and change it to group 48101 and then upload it. And then this is gonna be recently added. All right, so I'm gonna say recently added. All right, recently added, and see all. Then this one is definitely white, so I'm gonna pick $0.00034. So let's come here and say $0.00314. Okay, so that's it. And this is going to be it's gonna be secondary color, and I can just copy this, click on this, delete it, and paste this here. No, click on this, copy it, click on this, paste it, click on this, delete it, click on this, paste it. Yeah, like that. So I now have the design. All right, so we don't really have to spend so much time trying to change all of these icons, like I said, because it's to come from the back end. All right, so what we need to do next is going to be to work on the remaining parts, right? So I can't really see what is down here. All right, so we will just go ahead and let's implement these before we end this particular part of the tutorial. Okay, so we have top coins. Let's see, this is basically a drop down. All right, so let's go ahead and add a row for this one. So this is going to be 26. So let's click here and add a row, and in the row, undo. Let's click on our column. All right, so this is our column, and we're going to be adding a row, and in the row we're going to be adding a text, and it's going to say top coins. It's going to be 26. It's going to say top coins. Top coins is going to say 26, and it's going to be this. Okay, so we have that, and I'm gonna click here, click on the row, go here, 33, then we have here 33, and then we can go ahead and let's go here to the row, and we're gonna add a drop down. So let's say drop down widget. Yep. And then we're going to have these drop down here. So this is basically 107 by 46. So we're going to say let's come here, look for the width, and say 107 by 46, and it's gonna say all time. The text says all time. So let's say here all time, and the background is going to be let's kill it like this. That's making it transparent, and the text is going to be white, and we're gonna give it a border color. Border color is going to be secondary background, and it's gonna be 25. Let's copy this. All right, so border color is actually not white, it's this particular color, and then it's going to be 25. All right, so like this we are good, and okay, so I can just go ahead and click on, if I do this, it's not gonna want to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this and give it some very serious padding. So it's gonna be 894, so I'm gonna give it 894 here on the left, 894. So push it like that. Okay, so this is it, and the next thing I'm gonna do is this last part. So all of these parts are similar, right? If we create one, we can create the remaining. So the remaining is just like a background, right? So let's just create this one. This is 366 by 366 by 298. So I'm gonna click on the column here, and then I'm going to add a row. Okay, a row first, and then in the row I'm going to add a container, and then the container is going to be 366.7 by 298. So I'm gonna say 366.7 and then 298, and the border radius is what? Okay, I don't see that. It's 34. Okay, so border radius is 34. Let's go there, and okay, so now we can actually go ahead and add our column. So if I click on here and say a column, and then the column, this one, I'm going to add a row, because I have these okay, not necessarily a row, actually I can remove that row. I can add just an image. Okay, so this is an image, and I'm gonna download these, export it, change it to 2x, and export the compound badge. Click on this, and just open it. Compound badge. Okay, it's at 48 by 48, so I'm gonna change this to 48 by 48, and come here and change it to asset. and say compound badge. I think it's one word, so compound badge. Yeah, so I'm gonna upload this, and okay, so that's it. So let's go ahead and set this one up. This one says compound and it's 16 and it's 16 regular, so I'm gonna copy this color too. I'm gonna click on these. Is it supposed to be in a row? No. So I'm gonna click on these and add a text, and then what does it say? Compound. Okay, compound. It's going to be 16, and then this is the color. I'm gonna click on this column and push it to the left like this. Then I'm gonna click on the column and give it some padding. I'm gonna pick the padding here, 16 around. So if I come over here, I can just say 16 around, okay, like this. And here I can give it some padding, 16, all right, for this text. So I'm gonna come over here and say 16. Then I think I have another padding, another text, so I will just click on this and duplicate the text, and I can just put this other one. This is gonna be 27308. Okay, so this is money 308.00. I don't know, it's 28 and it's medium, so I'm gonna come over here and say 28, and the color is this one and it's medium. Okay, so we're good. I don't know the padding, it's 8. Okay, good. So let's see here, it's 8, so let's just leave it as 8. And then we need this last one here, so plus 8250%. So I'm gonna click on this and duplicate it, plus 8250%, and this is going to be, it says here it's mixed. Okay, so I'm gonna have to double tap. Why can't I see the remaining part? Okay, so it's mixed. How do I find the remaining part? Okay, I don't know the mixed part. Okay, it's not even allowing me to click on this. All right, so what does this look like? This looks like it's bigger than this, so let's make these 36. Okay, so 36, and then this is supposed to be in a row, so I'm gonna wrap the widget in a row and remove this padding here that says 8, and I'm gonna give that padding to the row. Okay, then I'm gonna duplicate this. No, I'm not gonna duplicate that, so let me just copy this one, Command C, click on the row and paste it, then click on this and remove this. All right, so this is going to be all time. I'm gonna change this to all time. All right, all time like this, and let me push this down like this. Okay, so if I push this down like that, it doesn't really help us that much, does it? Okay, I can just put some padding up here, 12, yeah, something like that, and then maybe here 4. Okay, so then I can push this downwards a bit, right? Okay, I can click on this and say space them out like this. No, it's not proper, it's now scattering everything, so I'm gonna click this and just push it downward. So it's going to be maybe 96. Let's try it. Here it's gonna be 96. Yes, so we leave it like this, and then we can go ahead and get this background. If I click on this, okay, it's not giving me the background. If I click on the rectangle here, is it giving me the background? Oh, it's not, that's not it. So this one, let's see here. No, I'm looking for the rectangle. Okay, this one. So this is later on going to be like some sort of graph. That will be when we are doing the backend. So, but for now, we're just going to go with the UI, like just designs. So I'm gonna go ahead and just export this. I'm gonna export this and just bring it up. Okay, so rectangle 2359. So let's go ahead and click here on the container and then say background image, assets. So we say rectangle 2359. Okay, so we do this and that's it. So we will just chill and wait. Okay, then we also have these other one here. Actually, we have like two things actually. This is the main background, then we have a graph. Okay, so this one is black. Let's go ahead and just duplicate this container and give it the padding it needs, 10. So this particular one is gonna be 10 on the left, and then the background for these is going to be black. As you can see, I'm gonna double tap on it. Let's go. Yeah, this is gonna be this one. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this container and then click here and say I don't know, what do I do? Okay, let's just say background color this. Okay, that doesn't work out for me. So okay, let's see. How do I just remove this? For some reason I can't. I'm supposed to just take these out, right? But there is no option for nothing. Nothing. Okay, so now that's not cool because I need to just like take these off. Okay, all right, so what I'm gonna do next is going to be how do I take these out without having to remove everything? Okay, no, let's see, let's go to these. No, this is effects. I just needed to put the background there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just Command Z. Let's come here and Command Z. All right, so I'm gonna duplicate this one now, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste this color, right? Is it correct? No, it's not. Let's copy this color and paste it here. Paste it here. All right, then give it a I think it was 10. All right, good. So I'm gonna click on this container and just click to select this and upload it. All right, so this one now is going to be secondary background color, and here is going to be the same secondary background color, and then here is going to be the same thing, and here is going to be white as well. Okay, so okay, I think I got it wrong. Yeah, I got it wrong. Okay, let's click out Shiba Inu. Oh, it doesn't allow me to get the text. I'm trying to get the text here. Okay, let's come over here and just get the colors. So I think I can get this color. This one should be the color I'm looking for. So Shiba Inu. Let's change this to Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu, and then let's change this to this color. All right, and then this one is okay. Leave it like that. And then this one is 66. All right, this is green, and let's copy this 660910. So this is going to be 660910, and then the color is gonna be green. All right, so all time. Okay, so let's leave it like that for now. Then duplicate this again, and then this is gonna be theta fuel. So we're gonna say, let's come here and say theta fuel, and okay, actually this is like you know, I get what this is. This is 151 minus 151% all time. So let's copy this red, minus 15%. Let's come here and say minus 151%, and let's paste this color. Okay, so all right, so we have this, and so we basically have to, you know, make these what is it called, a carousel. So let's just do that, and I think we can wrap up with that particular part in this. You know, we can complete this particular tutorial at this point, and then we will continue it in the next session actually. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this. The height of this container is 298. So I'm going to click on the row, wrap this row, wrap these you know, wrap the widget with the container, and then I'm going to say 298, and the width is going to be infinite. Okay, so well, not necessarily. Let's click here, and maybe okay, that doesn't allow me to do that either, so let's leave it like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and what am I going to do? This is the row. I'm going to wrap this row in a widget called list view, and it did not allow me to do that. Okay, so wrap this widget in a, okay, it did it allow me to do that? It didn't allow me to do that. Okay, it doesn't allow me. It's putting everything here in the, let me see, this is the main container, and then this is a list view. Okay, so this is a container. All right. Okay, so I don't know. I'm trying to just okay, so this is the list view. So this is the main container, right? But I can't see the properties of the container. I'm gonna Control Z. All right, let's undo what I just did, and this is this one. So I'm going to like right click and wrap this in a container, and the height is going to be 298, and the width is going to be no, that doesn't work either. I'm trying to get it to have like a really maximum width. So let's say 100. Okay, 1200. All right, now that squeezes things inside. 110. Okay, let's leave it like this. Okay, maybe 110 and 50. All right, so yeah, this works. Okay, so now we have this, and we can just go ahead and cut this out. Command X. I'm gonna try to put in a list view. All right, so I'm trying to put a list view here, then I'm pasting this inside. Exactly. Then I can click this and say horizontal, so I can, you know, scroll this in. So I'm gonna click on this, or maybe I'll just come over to this one. Okay, I'm gonna just Command D this one, so that way I can now make it scrollable. You see? So that's like the idea. That's what I was trying to create. Okay, so now let me come back here to this container, and we're gonna have to give it some padding from the top here. It's gonna be 20, so we're gonna say 20. All right, so this is where we're gonna stop in this particular part of our tutorial. We're going to continue this tutorial in the next session. All right, I hope that you've been able to learn, because we're going to be building something super fantastic and amazing. We're building a crypto trading platform, Web3 project. Okay, so I really hope to see you on this particular project until we finish it. Sit back and enjoy. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and always remember that this is the channel where you have like complete tutorials that will teach you how to build mobile and web applications without coding, and this particular one is purely web application, and then we will be building it together. All right, see you in the next part of the video. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye for now.